The SSC CGL live mock has been conducted on the Oliveboard platform, and I'm here to discuss the logical reasoning section with you in detail. So let's start without wasting a single second. The very first question in front of you. Overall, I would say the level of the mock was towards moderate this time, because a lot of new types of questions were asked. A lot of variation-based new types of questions were there. But generally, overall, it was still on the moderate side only. You could easily attempt a few questions, but some of them, if you have practiced similar questions before, it will seem easy, right? Now, the very first question here, plus means multiplication. Minus means addition. Multiplication means division. Of course, then division has to mean minus only. So this is 2. 2 into 18 is 36. And 36 minus 3 is 33. Option B is the right answer. Done? 25 seconds. Great. Next. What should come in place of the question mark? Just look at this. First letters are different everywhere. 7 plus 2, 9 plus 2, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 2, 15. Done. Simple observation. That's it. 8 seconds. This is what we are talking about. This is the competitive spirit. Now look at this question. You detect a major discrepancy in an already circulated vendor statement. What is the proper response? Just reading this question will help you come out of it. Assume the vendor will identify and correct it later. You can't assume anything. Keep silent because the statement has already gone out. No, that is still going to cause devastating effects. Inform the vendor and send the corrected statement promptly. This is the best option. Say the account section caused the discrepancy entirely, which is not the case, right? So morally, ethically, socially, emotionally, everything, this is the correct answer. 16 seconds. Just reading the question will ensure that you're giving the right answer. Now, next. 3 audit briefings were conducted in Baripada, Balasore and Bhadrak. You have seen off late these scheduling based concepts questions are almost found in every mock now, but in different versions and variations, right? So only 3 audit briefings were conducted, Baripada, Balasore and Bhadrak, on Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. Balasore is neither Wednesday nor Sunday, so Balasore has to be here. What is the question? Question is, on which day was the audit briefing in Baripada conducted? So not Friday, definitely. Bhadrak was earlier than Baripada. So Baripada had to be here. Bhadrak had to be here. There is no other option. Baripada was on Sunday. So option C is the correct answer. This cannot be determined, can slightly put you off track. But otherwise the question is pretty easy. 40 seconds. Okay. Probably just some confusion might have happened here. Okay. But 40 seconds is slightly a lot for this question. You can cut it down to 30 at least. On a seat allotment strip, letters are arranged in English alphabetical order. Which letter is third to the right of letter that is fourth to the left of X? See, a lot of you who are dependent on this. Okay, this is the worst nightmare for you. Letter is third to the right of fourth to the left. Fourth to the left means X minus 4. Third to its right means plus 3. That's it. X minus 4 plus 3 is X minus 1, which is nothing but W. It's that simple. If you make it numerical, if you make it mathematical, everything will seem to be easy and will come directly to you. The forest department has made RFID tagging compulsory for every elephant moved from one rehabilitation center to the another. Inferences. What are the inferences which you can draw? Every elephant transferred between rehabilitation centers must carry RFID tagging. Absolutely, it has made it compulsory. And the department intends to track inter-center movement of elephants more effectively. Of course, that is why RFID tagging is being done. So that when they're changing their, area, okay, when they're changing the rehabilitation center, they can track the movement very easily. Both follows absolutely right here. No rocket science. 25 seconds. Next. This is actually a good one. Okay. Now, voice is coded as this. What is audio? The first thing which comes to your mind immediately, you look at V and you look at 25, you think that, okay, plus 3 is going on here. But then you see 15 into 2. Then you see 9 into 2, then you see 3 into 2, and then you see E into 2. So you're like, okay, first letter probably plus 3, then everything is plus 2. First is plus 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, that is D, but then 2, 4 is not there only. So this is not what is happening. Something else is the case here. And if I look at the options, majority of the options are A into 2. You'll have to think a little bit to isolate this option particularly. Because C is not into 2, it's plus 3 only. So the logic here is consonant is plus 3 and vowel is being multiplied by 2. This is what is happening. So what about audio? So this is 2 and 42. So this is gone. This is gone. And the third one is 4 plus 3, 7. So option C is the right answer. Picking the logic up will take time. Okay, but this is too much. But I agree with this person here. Okay, so picking it up takes time. Only, can you see the beauty of this question? It is only because of this one question with this one word, with one letter. How could I have avoided this time waste? So if they have only given you one here, one unit, one word, okay, use the other word from the options. You are guarantee saying that mostly A is going to be multiplied by 2. U is also multiplied by 2. And for D, I don't have options. I have only plus 2 or plus 3 only in 3 cases. Now, if D is going for plus 3, this will clarify that probably C is also going for plus 3. This will hit you right then. Otherwise, you will always think C is multiplied by 2 only. That is the first response of any student. So, utilize this also with options. What some word, some letter, number might be common in options. 67 seconds is too much for this, but I agree. During the examination, you just can't figure it out very easily. Next, group A, there are 3 numbers with the letter K in between. 1484, K371, 2316, K579, 3628, K907. So, which of the following belongs to group A? What is group A? So, now you have to identify probably 4 digits, K3 digits, 4 digits, K3 digits, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3. This one probably is not making sense. So, by that logic also, this is not following, but they are saying which of the following belongs. So, one of them only will belong. So, it's not about number of digits, of course. Now, if you look at this carefully, this is going to give away the hint. If you just divide both of them, you will get 4 here. Now, if you confirm this also, so 579 into 4 is 2280, that is 2280 and 36. So, 2316, this is also right. Okay, and this is also right. So, now they are just simply multiplying by 4. So, 9 into 4, 36 possibility, you need to check it. 600 into 4 is 2400. 2400 and 320, 2730 and no, 2766, very close. Okay, then no, see 804 into 4 would have been 16 here, so this is also gone. 1009 into 4 would not have been this, so this is also gone. This has to be my correct answer. Let's quickly check it, but this is also not satisfying. Have I calculated this incorrectly or what? So 2400, 320, 36. Oh yeah, it's 56 only. My God. Look at my calculation. Option A is the correct answer, right? By digit wise only you could have figured it out. Okay. So this is what happens in your examination. This can happen with anybody. When you're sitting in the exam, despite the question being easy, but calculation is eating up on the time. Despite you knowing the short trick of the calculation, but in the heat of the moment, what you are under, what pressure you are under, you won't be able to realize that. So this now seems to be justified. Ideally, if I just take this question a notch back, obviously 50 plus seconds are not worth it. 67 seconds are not worth it in the previous question. But the problem is when you're sitting in that atmosphere of the examination, sometimes just thinking about the logic, that hit and trial is going to cost you time. Otherwise, once you understand, you might be able to solve it very quickly. Okay, using all the letters of renewably, choose the correct word. Obviously, it means which is the correct word which can be formed. And if you see, these words do not make any sense except for ligroin. Ligroin is a petroleum byproduct. So option B is the correct answer. 29 seconds. Next. No bacteria is an insect. All bacteria are flies. No flies is animal. Okay. So some knot between flies and insect. No animal is bacteria. Can I say that? Yes, absolutely right. That's true. Animal is completely restricted in there. Some flies are insects. Can I say that? No. If it was a possibility, I could have said that. But otherwise, I cannot. If some knot case is there, apart from some knot, nothing is going to work on between them. All insects are not flies. I cannot say this also. Why? R naught is like can never. So all insects can never be flies. No, that is not true. All flies can never be insects is true. So if it was all flies are not insects, I would have said that is right. But all insects are not flies is not true. I can put completely insects into flies. So my answer is only conclusion 1 follows. This was slightly better question than what we see usually in syllogism. 37 seconds. Wonderful. Not bad. Next. Option that is embedded in the given figure. Look at the figures carefully. Identify the locations of these figures. If you can see, this is the triangle which is being spoken about, right? This one. And they have this line beneath it, which is not there. There is no slant line here. So this is not embedded. This rectangle is probably this side or this side. There is no line which is coming in this direction. Here it is coming. Here it is coming, but in everywhere is not making sense like this. And if I take this to be the case, then the rectangle has to be somewhat like this. So there is no rectangle here only. So this is also not my case. This, the triangle is right here, and this figure is clearly visible in this. Option 3 is the correct answer. Okay, option 3 is the correct answer. Cool. 34 seconds. Good. Next. If C or copyright sign means first X, first into second plus first. What is 8 copyright 3? 8 into 3 plus 8. So 24 plus 8, 32. Option A. 16 seconds. Excellent. Next. Assertion reason. This is also a good question. Banning diesel generators during winter has the potential to lower nighttime particulate levels in the city. So during winter, they are banning the diesel generators, especially at night time. It is going to benefit at night time. This is what is being said. So it's true. Banning diesel generators at night also in winters is going to be helpful. Particulate matter is going to come down. The reason is during winter nights. Now check the reason independently. During winter nights, temperature inversions trap emissions near the surface. This is true. Temperature inversions means that the surface air will be very cold. Cold air will be dense, so it will settle down. So the particulate in the air will also settle down near the ground. That is what is going to happen. So the emissions will be trapped near the surface. Okay. Now, is this a correct explanation? Because that is why it is saying that during night time, if these diesel generators are stopped, particulate levels can also come down. Because diesel generators are at night, what is the primary source of, some sort of a particulate emission or smoke? So diesel generators is one of them. So stopping them at night is going to help because of temperature inversion. Is this correct? Yes, this both are correct and R explains A correctly. Just simple logic based question. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, it's gone. Option A, 25 seconds. Good. Next. This one you'll figure it out almost instantly just by looking at it. D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G. But then you'll see H here. There's no H here. So this is what is happening. D, E, F, G, H, I. D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So E, F starting is only here. Option C is the right answer. 48 seconds. Could have come down in terms of time for this particular question. Next. Now look at the level of this question, okay? It's going to throw you off for a second. 128 into 2 is 256, into 2 is 512. So far everything is perfect. Now we get 64. So we think of probably division. That's how it's working. That's how it will work. And you might also see alternate, but it's not making any sense because again it is increasing. So now what you think of is, you think of like this. 128, 256. Again, there are two blanks, 512 and 64. What's the problem? It's just the same pattern being repeated, and that's exactly what the question was. The only thing is your doubt. You will be doubtful whether this is possible or not, and you start thinking. Roll numbers ending with even are batch 1, odd are batch 2. So it's a combination of odd even. Okay, even digit batch 1 means odd digit batch 2 means even. Opposite. Okay, even odd, even no. Odd no, even odd, odd even. Option C, very easy. Observe accordingly, that's it. 18 seconds. Next. Correct water image of this figure. See, now it might seem slightly difficult, but exactly what you need to do is, if your figure is facing, let's say like this. So when the water image will be formed, your figure has to face on the top. So this is not an option. The other three are. Okay. Figure 2, 3 and 4, they are all facing like this. Now, but if you see the internal elements, there are two lines here. So there are two lines on the top. That's not possible. These lines will remain in the center only. Okay, so this will go. And there are no lines here. So option figure 2 is the only option which is correct. So option B is the right answer. Simple visualization. Next. Which two signs should be interchanged to make the equation correct? Okay. Just check what is the answer here. 9 divided by 3 is 3 into 6 is 18. Okay, once I see 18, I will see 45 plus 18 minus 5 is not 32. But if I quickly check, 45 plus 5 is 50, minus 18 is 32. So I just need to exchange plus and minus. That's it. That's what happens if you partially solve the question. 41 seconds. Countries related to citizens in the same way as universities related to what? University will be related to students. Okay, 10 seconds. Excellent. Parrot, crow, bird. Parrot and crow are not related to each other and they are both a category of bird. Option 4. 11 seconds. Great. Next. Find the odd one out. 81, 83, 85, 87. See, technically 83 is the only prime number. But most of the times this is not the common logic. But it is here. They are saying 81, 85 and 87. They are all composite numbers, whereas 83 is the only prime number. We can still consider this because composite also is a category. But some people choose 81 saying that 81 is the only perfect square and the other three are not. Not being a perfect square is not a category. Okay. But then you will think that, okay, we can also say that probably 81, 85 and 87 are not prime. No, not prime is composite. No, it is actually a category. But not being a perfect square is not a category. So 83 has to be the correct option. Rajesh has a sister Kiran. Rajesh is son of Chandan, who is son of Ramesh. How is Kiran related to Ramesh? Ramesh is granddaughter. "22 seconds. The classic confusion of Rajesh and Ramesh. That's what they have aimed here. Nothing else. T is the granddaughter of H. And H is the mother of N. Who is H to T? Grandmother. "22 seconds. Towards the end, mostly the questions have become quite easy. Which of the following numbers will replace the question mark? Please count up to 3 decimals. Why? Why do we have to? There's no decimal requirement. Plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. One of the easiest logics in reasoning. Last question, final question for today. How many triangles are present in the given figure? If you are in a sectional timer, look at this, attempt it for a while, drop it if you can't, move ahead, complete the rest. So paper is done. This is the last question. Recheck, check all the missing questions. Then in the end, when you're done with everything, come at this question. Okay, because this one is not a normal question. It's slightly complicated. It'll end up costing you. See, you can break it down into any format. Let's say we break it down like this. We pick up this figure, divide it into 1, 2, 3 parts. So we have 6 triangles here, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, let me draw this only, so that I'm doing it here, but of course in the exam you won't be able to do this. Now we will pick up this side here, also divided into 2 parts, so 3 triangles here. And now we will consider both of these. Or rather do we have any other parts? No, we have this single triangle here, 1, and this single triangle here, 2. Now, if I look at some combo figures, I come here, okay. So I have not counted this triangle, 1, and this complete triangle, 2, correct? So I will add 2 more here. Then these are all counted. This here, I have not counted this whole triangle, 1. I have not counted this whole triangle, 2. And I have not counted this whole triangle also, 3. So I have 3 more triangles here. Okay, what else am I missing out on? I have not counted this whole triangle here, 1. Right? Have I counted this? I seem to have counted this. Isn't it? So 3, 3, 6, 6, 12 and 4, 16 and 1, 17. Okay, we are missing out on some more triangles. I think we did not count this, no? This whole triangle, I think we did not. So this is 1 and this is a triangle here. 1 more. This one right here. This whole we counted. This small one we counted, this one we counted, this we counted. Okay, yeah, this triangle also we missed out on, I believe. This whole triangle. This complete triangle, no? Or did we count it? I don't remember it now. So this is 3, 3, 6, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 4. It has to be 20, which is option A. Okay. Just go through the video once again, right? Of what are the triangles I have labeled. Most probably you will be able to see the 20 triangles. But this question is ideally meant to be dropped. Because see, mostly how will people solve this? Obviously, you can't draw this figure. If you really do draw it, then another good option would be labeling it. Okay, label it and then start writing the names of the triangles starting with A. So A, B, E, A, E, F, A, F, G. Okay, but a better technique is like this. Don't label it like this. Rather, label the parts. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now count. A is a triangle, B is a triangle. So A is a triangle. Start all the triangles with A. So A, B, ABC, AD. And we have A, B, D, E, H. Anything else which you have missed out on in terms of triangles starting from A? No. Then we come to B, B, BC, BEH. That's about it, I think. Yes. Then we come to C, CF, CFG. No. Then we come to E. E does not have a triangle directly, but no. So we come to D, sorry. D, DEH, DEF. And we have DEFGH. Okay. Just for the sake of it, I'm showing here. Then we have E is not a triangle, EF is not a triangle. Nothing with E seems to be a triangle, so E is gone. Then F is a triangle, FG is a triangle. That's it. FGH and all, they are already covered. Then we have G as a triangle, GH as a triangle. We have H as a triangle. Mostly we have covered almost all of them, haven't we? How many triangles are there? 3 and 3. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 here. 3, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1. So 3, 3, 6, 4, 10, 5, 15 and 5, 20. Okay. So this is how you would have manually counted it also. That would have been a better option rather than breaking it down into formula based options. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching till here, guys. If you are new on the platform, hit the subscribe button right away. Share this video across platforms so that others can also benefit from this, and do like the session. Thank you so much for watching live. I'll see you around in the next session with a new mock test. Till then, you guys take care. Bye-bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind.